What if I told you the scariest part of Pennywise isn't the clown suit, the balloon, or even the sharp teeth? What if I told you it's what you don't see? Behind the smile lies an ancient evil older than the universe itself. Something so terrifying it doesn't just kill you. It breaks your mind first. You've seen the clown, but do you really know what Pennywise is? In Stephen King's terrifying world, Pennywise isn't just a creature lurking in the sewers of Derry. It's a cosmic predator, a shape-shifting entity that feeds on your fear, manipulates reality, and can only be partially understood by the human mind. But where did it come from? Why does it wake every 27 years? And what's the terrifying truth about the Deadlights, the glowing force behind those eyes? Today, we're going deeper than ever before. We'll uncover the origin of Pennywise, not just as a horror icon, but as a being of ancient, unimaginable power. From its arrival on Earth to its connection with Stephen King's secret cosmic universe, every layer we peel back will reveal something more horrifying than the last. Because once you understand what Pennywise really is, you might wish you hadn't. At first glance, Pennywise is just a clown. But the truth is, that form is a lie. A carefully chosen mask meant to lure children closer. It smiles, it dances, it plays, and then it kills. So why a clown? Because clowns are supposed to be funny, harmless, a source of joy. But deep down, they've always been a little off, haven't they? The uncanny smile, the exaggerated face, is the perfect disguise for something inhuman. Pennywise doesn't just scare you, it becomes what you fear the most. To a child it might appear as a leper, a werewolf, or a decaying mummy. It changes shape based on your nightmares. But no matter what form it takes, it's always one thing at its core, a predator. Stephen King describes it as evil given shape. And the clown is simply the shape it thinks will attract the most vulnerable prey. Children. Its favorite food? Fear. Pennywise doesn't just eat flesh. It feeds on your terror. The more afraid you are, the more powerful it becomes. That's why it doesn't kill immediately. It toys with you. It stalks you. It lets your imagination do most of the damage. And that's what makes it so terrifying. Unlike most monsters, Pennywise doesn't operate with brute force. It invades your mind. It breaks your spirit. And only then does it strike. But that's just scratching the surface, because beneath the clown and all its disguises, there's something far worse. Next, we'll explore the true form of Pennywise, the part that no human mind was ever meant to witness. If the clown is just a mask, what does Pennywise really look like? The terrifying answer is, we don't know, and we're not supposed to. Its true form exists in a dimension beyond human understanding. In King's universe, it comes from a place called the macroverse, an ancient void that predates time itself. There, Pennywise exists as a pulsating force of pure evil known only as the Deadlights. The Deadlights aren't just light, they are a presence, blinding, mind-shattering, and completely alien. Anyone who sees them goes mad or dies instantly. Beverly Marsh glimpses them and falls into a coma. When Bill Denbrough locks eyes with them, his consciousness nearly disconnects from reality. Just a glance into the Deadlights can erase your sanity like a chalk, drawing in a thunderstorm. This is what Pennywise is hiding. The clown, the werewolf, the mummy. Those are just filters. They're how your brain protects itself from what's really there. It's like staring at the sun. Your mind creates an image it can survive, even if it's fake. And that's why no one truly sees Pennywise. Its true body is a concept, a being not made of flesh or bone, but thought and terror, existing across dimensions. In a sense, it's not even a he. Pennywise is an it, a title that reflects the unknowable. The only known counterforce to it is Maturin the Turtle, another cosmic entity who represents creation and wisdom. While Pennywise feeds on chaos and fear, Maturin represents balance and light. Their struggle echoes a deeper cosmic battle that runs through King's entire literary universe. But even Maturin admits, it's not strong enough to destroy it. That responsibility falls to something else, something human. So while Pennywise may be beyond comprehension, it's not completely beyond defeat. But how did it even get here? When did it first arrive on Earth? And why Derry? That's where we're headed next. Long before humans ever walked the Earth, Pennywise was already here. According to Stephen King's lore, It arrived on Earth during prehistoric times, crashing into what would one day become Derry, Maine, like a cosmic meteor of malevolence. It burrowed deep underground, sleeping for thousands of years, waiting for intelligent life to evolve, so it could feed. When the first settlers came to the area, strange things started happening. People disappeared, children vanished without a trace. But every time, the events were brushed off, buried, or forgotten. That's part of Pennywise's power. It manipulates memory, cloaking itself in denial. Entire towns can experience horror and forget it ever happened, and so the cycle began. Every 27 years, it wakes, feeds, then vanishes. The town of Derry is soaked in blood. Major disasters in its history, almost always Pennywise. The Kitchener Ironworks explosion in 1906 killed over 100 people, mostly children, at an Easter egg hunt. The Black Spot nightclub fire in the 1960s, caused by a mysterious fire that conveniently wiped out a thriving black community. And yet, the town does nothing. It's like Derry is cursed, or worse, complicit. Some fans believe Pennywise has formed a psychic link with the town itself, that its evil seeps into the soil, influencing the minds of its people, turning bystanders into enablers, making the town blind to suffering and horror. It's not just that Derry is haunted, it's hostile. The Losers Club, those brave kids who fought Pennywise, realized that the town's silence was just as dangerous as the clown. People would look away, forget, deny. It wasn't just a monster in the sewer, it was a sickness in the soul of the town. This is why it chose Derry, not just because it landed there, but because the fear and silence allowed it to thrive. It built its lair beneath the town, in a place filled with bones, toys, and the echoes of terrified screams. But as terrifying as that history is, it's only part of the story, because Pennywise does not just haunt Derry. It is part of a larger cosmic battle that ties into Stephen King's most secret, most ambitious universe. And next, we'll uncover exactly how Pennywise fits into it. Pennywise isn't just a monster. It's part of something far bigger. To truly understand it, we need to zoom out, way out, into Stephen King's massive connected universe. And at the center of this cosmic web is a place called the macroverse, an ancient, infinite void outside time and space. It's home to beings that are older than creation, and Pennywise is one of them. In this multiverse, it represents destruction, chaos, and consumption. But it is not alone. The most important cosmic counterbalance to Pennywise is Maturin the Turtle, a giant, godlike creature who symbolizes wisdom, balance, and creation. Maturin and Pennywise are part of a bigger mythos, two cosmic forces locked in eternal opposition. Maturin is said to have created the universe by vomiting it out after a long nap. He speaks rarely, appearing only in visions, but when he does, it's often to help guide the protagonists through spiritual battles. In IT, the Losers Club encounter Maturin through a psychic ritual called the Ritual of Chud, where they confront it not just physically, but mentally and spiritually. The ritual pits human willpower against cosmic evil, and that's what makes King's horror so unique. Pennywise can be fought with belief, courage, and unity, not just weapons, and it doesn't stop there. Pennywise is possibly connected to another terrifying being, the Crimson King, a villain in King's Dark Tower series. Both represent unstoppable evil, and both serve as anchors in King's grand multiverse of light versus darkness. So while it may be just a clown on the surface, it's actually a cosmic node of horror, part of a tapestry that stretches across every Stephen King novel, short story, and nightmare. And that brings us back to Earth, where Pennywise's legacy lives on in every scream, every red balloon, and every adaptation. Pennywise didn't stay trapped in the pages of a book for long. In 1990, audiences met the clown on screen for the first time in the iconic TV miniseries, with Tim Curry delivering a performance so chilling it haunted an entire generation. His version of Pennywise was more theatrical than monstrous, smiling, charming, and absolutely terrifying when it turned. But in 2017, Pennywise returned, and this time, he was reborn for a new era. Bill Skarsgård stepped into the clown's shoes for Ita, Chapter 1 and Chapter 2. His version was less human and more creature. his lazy eye drifting, his movements inhuman, and his presence alien. This Pennywise wasn't just scary. He was predatory, twitchy, and oozing otherworldly menace. The films were a massive success. It Chapter 1 became the highest grossing horror film of all time, bringing Stephen King's Nightmare to a new generation. But beyond the box office, Pennywise became a pop culture icon. Halloween costumes, memes, parodies, and fan theories exploded online. What makes Pennywise so timeless? It's not just the clown makeup or the sewer grins. It's what the character represents. Fear itself. Shapeless, ever-changing, and impossible to fully defeat. Every generation has its own nightmares. Pennywise simply wears the face that fits. And even though the Losers Club defeats it, the story never really ends. Because Pennywise is more than a villain. It's a symbol of trauma, of childhood fear, of the dark things we bury and pretend aren't there, and symbols. They don't die so easily. Whether it's through film, books, or the nightmares of those who've seen the Deadlights, Pennywise continues to float through our imagination, waiting to return, every 27 years. So now you know, Pennywise isn't just a clown in a sewer. It's a cosmic parasite that feeds on fear, a shape-shifting monster born from the void, and a symbol of something much deeper. The darkness we ignore until it's too late. Its true form, unknowable. Its weakness, our courage. Its legacy, eternal. Pennywise is more than a horror villain. It's an idea, one that speaks to the child in all of us. The one that's still afraid of the dark. The one that still checks the closet. The one that still remembers the nightmares. Because the scariest thing about Pennywise? It never really leaves. It just waits. Until we forget. Until we stop believing. If you enjoyed this dive into the horrifying origin of Pennywise, hit that like button, subscribe for more deep dives into horror and pop culture, and drop a comment below. What version of Pennywise scared you more? Tim Curry or Bill Skarsgård? Thanks for watching, and remember, fear doesn't sleep. It waits until we let our guard down. And then we all float